Hey there, speakers. You know what time it is. It's Communication Skills O'Clock. And today, I'm going to teach you one of the simplest but most effective ways to grab people's attention and land your messages effectively every single time. But before we dive in, let me tell you a quick story. A couple of weeks ago, I was sitting in a meeting with a CEO, and from the get-go, I just forgot his name. I was doing everything normally, my same words, my same speech, but the whole meeting just felt distant. It felt flat. I was so occupied in my head trying to remember what was his name that I completely shifted from just paying attention to them. So, long story short, the meeting wasn't successful. And throughout the last couple of weeks, I was trying to think what went wrong. And then it just hit me. If you want people to listen to you, you have to give them a reason to care. And one of the fastest, most effective way to do that is by just using their name. You probably hate math, but with communication, the equation is simple. When you're getting somebody's attention, you can form a connection. When you form a connection with somebody, only then you can make an impact with communication. And using somebody's name is one of the fastest, most effective way to grab somebody's attention, make a connection, and then land your messages effectively. And it's not a coincidence. The reason why it's worked is because it's based on a strong psychological concept. Think about this, for example. You're sitting in a meeting, half checked out, and all of a sudden somebody calls your name. Boom, you immediately focus and paying attention. That's not a coincidence. It's a psychological concept called the cocktail party effect. Your brain is wired in a way that once it hears your name, all of a sudden it shoots up attention and makes you focus. And you can use this concept to your advantage. So the question is how you can incorporate names without sounding weird or fake. Let me give you 3 simple ways to do that. And before we dive into the methods, no, I'm horrible in remembering names. I'm hearing them and I immediately forget them. But with these methods, not only that you're going to incorporate them naturally, it's also going to help you remember them for the long run. Method number 1 is to start with their name. John, that's a great point you're making. Sarah, I would like to build up on what you just said. Boom, you're making an impact immediately. It's direct, it's personal, and you can keep on going with their attention in your hands. Method number 2 is to attach their name to something important. For example, David, this is directly relevant to what your team is doing. Or Lisa, this is impacting directly what you're working on right now. Boom, you make it relevant to them. You make it matters to them. And once it's relevant to them, they're going to pay attention to everything you're going to say. Method number 3 is to make it personal. Mark, this is exactly where you come in. Anna, I would love to get your take on this one. This is where the impact happens because now they're not just listening, they are involved. And if they are involved, it's in their best interest to pay attention. If you're horrible like me in remembering names, usually I go with the rule of 3. The first time you're meeting somebody, you ask for their name, you repeat their name 3 times. It looks something like you're shaking their hands. What's your name? John. Nice to meet you, John. From now onwards, I'm going to remember your name, John. It's going to be incorporated in your brain, and remember, it's in your best interest to remember their name because it's one of the most effective ways you have to make impact with your communication. So if you want to get more attention, if you want to build more connection and therefore make more impact with communication, simply all you need to do is just use people's name. And we had 3 ways to do it. First, start with it. Second, attach importance to it. And third, makes it personal and relevant to them. It sounds simple because it is, but it's the most effective way I found to make people feel important, included, and therefore make your messages land much better in every conversation. Try this in your next conversation, not 10 times, but just once. And I'm telling you, you're going to immediately feel the difference. And if you're still here, I'm sharing content every single week about effective communication, including techniques you can apply today to make you a better communicator. So if you haven't done so already, hit the like and subscribe button to get some more. And up until the next time, go communicate.